your girl when she watches FLASHVM. Dripping, dude.
Like that, if you advance the timing.
So pretty much just have to change the spark plugs and change the oil, do a couple checks, a once over. Brydon's gonna come over and help me wire in a proper boost controller so we're not running a manual one anymore. So that will be nice. And then Pomflo is bringing me race gas, so hopefully we can turn this thing up a little bit. But we shall see. I don't really want to turn up the boost too high because I want to keep it, you know, keep the engine cool and reliable. You know, with boost comes heat. But it'd be nice to make a little more power and nicer fuel maybe with the same settings, just to clean up on the tune. Right, Kai? He's like, yeah, whatever. Saw it, dude. Dude, that was good timing.
I'm dragging my front lip like hardcore. You have some zip ties and
oh shit, yeah, I got you. Your headlight or your corner light's out too. Hanging out. Dude, you think Stefan has any games on this?
Think he's got Centipede on there?
Centipede?
No.
The 272, 87 on board for I apologize, man.
So I pulled the head off of it, and then that's when I noticed all the damage.
How much damage was that?
A lot. Like you know the liner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see the liner. I can put my thumb in. So
it
it has that aluminum
around that.
Yeah, that aluminum ridge it has on the top of the deck.
Yeah.
It ate that, and you can feel the steel liner. Okay. But it was more like hot lapping hot, and then so it boiled over a couple times, and then that's when I noticed it started consuming water.
It's like it's like a murder mystery to me, you know.
Oh, totally, yeah. That's why I'm just being honest. Like it was my own damn fault. I mean, it's fucking risk. I was probably, I'd probably say 5 to 10 degrees over advanced. Make a fucking end table out of it for now. And just have that on the back burner, so you never know. With this getting so hard to find,
Tune ore.
you find like just an engine sitting on a crate.
It flows up.
Not my ride home.
That's like a 2 to 3 degree difference in terms of total timing you can run at MBT. So,
Okay. So I might have been having that issue as well.
Well, that if you advance the timing on the car and
Sorry, I missed that. 380.
so somewhere around 380, I would say, just with a diff that could load you up hard enough.
Sweet.
That smell. What? It's always gonna make that noise. This car, you know how loud his car is.
Oh yeah.
I really want to get clips, but
That's what I got it on the dash. It's actually 1 degree under.
Really? You think it should come down to 15 or?
No, the back will down the actual unit. Oh. So if I set it to 15, it'll come down to 15. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I just leave them at 20 because it keeps the like when you flip it, it just goes a little bit quicker when you're at 20, right? They're 15 degree motors, but when you keep them at 20 for base timing, like that initial flip is a little bit faster.
Okay, sweet.
He's
Oh,
going.
dude.
You guys see that Suburban, dude?
Alright, so this is a log from the PFC on the last run that I did, right? Or on one of the runs I did. This is your RPM line. So basically, obviously as I'm going up through RPM, I'm watching this, if you're watching this, right? This is as I'm going up through RPM. See, what ends up happening as you get in the higher RPMs, instead of being a nice smooth curve, look what happens with the RPM. It's 6,700 and all of a sudden it dips down to like 6,600. Obviously the motor's accelerating, not decelerating. And then it picks up and it's accelerating, and then all of a sudden it goes from 7,100, I'll drop to 6,800. That's not physically possible, obviously, because I'm going like, I'm hauling ass full throttle and the motor's going upwards, not going like this. It's not breaking up, it's smooth. You can see it on the graph there. It'd be different if there, you know, if we saw some misfires or something. Yep. Yes, that could be possible. Cast sensor is basically going on its way out.
Do it again, do it.
Welcome to FLASHVM.